Hello, friends, and welcome to Narrative Notions, our sweet, homey little podcast where we talk about books, movies, TV shows, media, all things that interest us at this point. I am your host, Bianca Bethany. That is Bianca. Yes, we are co-hosts. Hello. All opinions are our own. We apologize for nothing. Hashtag the dove do not eat. And today we're playing a game and it's going to be fun. Uh, Basically, we're going to be picking books from our shelves that we have, and we are going to be doing that grab a book game, but we make up the rules as we go. So, yeah.
It's
Before we
very,
get, it's very fun. We're gonna have fun. I have a lot of prompts that I came up with that I'm really excited for. But before we get into that, Bianca, updates that you want to give us, go for
the
it.
first one is that I am working on this blanket. I worked on part of it for my ASMR channel, which now has 105 subscribers. It did have 106 this morning. I don't know who I offended to make leave. Um, but I'm working on this blanket and it's coming along swimmingly. It had been sitting for like over a year. And I finally decided to mess with it again. And it was at this row. So I've done these 6 rows here in the last 4 or 5 days, something like that.
I'm
And
impressed.
it's
It's been a while since I've
very
seen
long.
that.
Yes, so I do intend to finish it. It's very long. It's gonna be like a repeating ombre. So it goes like the purple to the yellow and then back, and then we'll do purple back.
Yeah.
So I'm finishing this row for my friends on Spotify. It's an ombre crochet blanket that I'm working on. Pop on to YouTube if you want to see it. Clementine is in here with me. You just saw her butt. She's down there. Um, Other updates. Did I mention the book Thrum last time
I
about the
don't
aliens?
think so.
Okay. Well, I read a novella called Thrum, and I told Matt all about it. It is about this girl who is on a spaceship and she wakes up from stasis in the middle of deep space. Uh, she can't communicate because her communications relay is messed up and she's out of fuel. And then she makes contact with like an alien spaceship, and then things go terribly wrong. Uh, and then the ending was absolutely cuckoo bonkers. It's a sci-fi gothic horror romance. Um, I loved it. Uh, I'm gonna think about it for probably the rest of my life. And it was so good. It was only 122 pages, but my God, did it change my life in those 122 pages. And Clementine says, Mom, we don't want to hear about your nerdy book. Let me out of this room. I say, as she is the one that brought herself in here, so I'm going to quickly let her out. I did also finish another book that I'll tell you about in a moment.
This is a fun thing as pet parents. They run our lives.
Go,
We are their servants.
go. Boba, you go. Go, go, go. Go.
Bella does the same thing with me. She says she wants one thing and then she gives me sass because she wants another. It's, ugh. But she's old and she is my sweet baby Bella, and I love her. I've had her since I was 12. So at this point in time with her age, she gets whatever she wants.
My cats also get whatever they want for the most part. I just she wanted to be let out. And then she just stands there. And it's really funny because like when I let her out on my porch and like I go to let her back in or like something like this, I'll walk up to her and she looks at me and she'll like bobble her head at me and I'm like, "What the fuck are you doing?" Um I'm the only person in the world that can pick her up, so I just football held her and just took her. Normally I pick her up in a different way, but I was like, "Girl, we gotta go." Um I also finished the book Nestlings, which was like super disappointing. Uh, it's a different take on vampires, and it was about the most different take on vampires I've ever experienced in my life. So the last time I updated, I was like, oh yeah, it's a lady in a wheelchair and her baby has like bites on her and something about vampires, and that's all I know. Y'all. The first 30%, and I told my friend this, we're gonna get into this because this book was wild. The first 30%, I was like, okay, it's kind of slow, whatever. We're learning some things, that's fine. And then 30% to 50%, I literally did a an update on Goodreads, and I was like, I'm bored. Like, I'm bored, I'm exhausted, what's going on? And then it hit like 51, 52%, and I was like, oh, that's what's happening. Um, there being Jewish is like a big part of the book, like these people being Jewish. Um, and in Jewish lore, in Jewish culture, vampires, there's a type of vampire called estries, which are like women that like seduce. They're similar to succubi. That's what they were referring to these vampires as, but they never actually like named them, I guess. And essentially, they're like ticks. They're bugs in people bodies. Um, so like the baby
Okay.
starts having all these weird bites and shit, and like it's really weird. She starts acting really weird. Uh, and on her first birthday, they like change her. Oh God. In the basement of the building is like this big gelatinous blob of what used to be one of the vampires that is now the queen vampire that births the new vampires using spiders that enter babies' bodies. Like they're not birthed, they're made. So like spiders enter the babies' bodies and like slowly start to change them. The mom in the wheelchair like ruined the original queen vampire and then they turned her baby into the new queen vampire because she couldn't change her back because it like fundamentally changed like her whole body and she would have died. Um, the ending was so disappointing and so stupid, but like they're like ticks on on the inside of them. They they have like oh God, it's like a mosquito. It's like the thing that comes out the mosquito's mouth. It's like the tube. It's the tube. They have a fucking insectile tube that comes out of the mouth, and then it and they suck your blood or and like around their mouths comes out like this weird hair that like velcros onto you, so like they velcro onto people's fucking mouths, and then the tubes go down their throats, and then they like put like a liquid to the people and it liquefies their insides so that they can slurp up their insides slowly. They also like throw up this weird like goopy shit that's like cement. And Bethany, literally, I was like, oh, it's gonna be a cool take on vampires. What the fuck was that?
You know what that kind of reminds me of?
It
The way
was
you
so
were just the way you were
gross.
describing it, I don't know. It reminded me of that really bad like zombie movie that we watched a couple months ago. Do you
Yeah,
I don't remember what it was, but like the way you were describing it of like how that like it was inside the body the entire time, like
yeah, yeah.
that's what it
Oh my
reminded me
God.
of.
And then the dudes, their balls turned into the baby.
Yeah.
You guys, we one day we're gonna talk about this movie. Oh God, it was like what was it? It was like the tentacles came out of the lady's bits and then like
Yeah.
would infect the dudes and then they would grow an egg sac from their man parts and then it
Oh my
would birth
God.
new zombie things. This was one of the weirdest books I've ever read, and it was like really focusing on like grief and motherhood, and like it did not need to be focusing on grief and motherhood because it's like, girl, they changed your baby into a tit, and she's like, oh, well, she's happy. And like, I don't want to take her away from being happy. But then she was like, well, you're going to have to start all over just like me because her husband like died and was like paralyzed because she like knocked him down the stairs because he was trying to like kill her and keep their baby. Um, and she killed the original queen and then they turned the baby into the new queen in a new building and she can like feel her like in the building and she's like, oh, I hope she's happy. And I'm like, what the fuck do you mean I hope she's happy? She's a fucking gelatinous blob thing that literally has not lived any amount of life. She was a baby. She was a baby and she was turned into a tick vampire thing and then they turned her into a fucking egg sack. What ends? And they brought the fucking husband back. They like unparalyzed him and they turned him into a zombie doorman. Anyway, that's all I got. Jesus Christ. I'm so sorry. You guys, I'm always giving like these really inappropriate, weird, creepy ass updates about these fucking books. Did I expect that book to be what it was? No. I went into the deep expecting it to be weird. Did I expect it to be that? No. I went into Nestlings expecting weird vampires. I didn't expect mosquito tubes to come out of their throats. What the fuck?
Oh my God. Oh.
Hopefully this is entertaining for all two of our viewers.
They'll let us know.
They always give me commentary. Okay, Bethany, let's play the game.
So the some of the prompts that I came up with, I wanted to like switch it up. So some of it involves like the first line, some of it involves like dialogue, and then some of it has like characters and such, just so that like we could like mix it up and have some more fun with it.
Okay. Because you did the prompts, do you want me to do the random number generator?
Yes, if you don't
Yes.
mind.
No. Hold, please. I'm gonna
All
move
right,
that
and
out of
we
the way.
just grab a random ass book.
Yeah. I've also realized that for my blanket, I went and I got more yarn for this blanket. And it was supposed to be matching this purple that I'm working on, and I had to tie it together for what I had left. It is literally half a shade off, and you can see it. So I'm gonna have to unravel that whole row and redo it in the new purple. And hopefully you won't be able to tell because it'll be far enough away from the original stripe of purple. But if
Mm,
it's starting in the middle of the row, you can see it. And that's
yeah.
just really great. Random number generator. Pretty Baby by Mary Kubica.
I've got Heart of Flames by Nikki Palpretta.
All right. Random generator for page.
Yes.
Okay. How many pages does your book have?
613.
Mine has 379. So we will say, I'm going to say
Do the lowest number.
379.
Yeah.
Generate 378. No, we're at 335. 335. You can't
335.
see that, but it says 335. Because I was like 378 is too close to the end of this book, and I don't want to completely ruin it.
Okay.
335. What's our
Okay.
prompt?
The first prompt. First line of dialogue is what you say if you woke up in that book or world.
Just the first line of dialogue that we find?
Yes.
Oh, Jesus. Okay.
I got mine.
Mine says, "Go, Tyson."
Mine says they don't want us here.
Yeah. Oh, now I'm
That's
sad.
fair.
Oh, it's about a dog. She kicked a
Oh
dog in the
no.
behind and said, "Go, Tyson." No,
How
no, that made
mean.
me cry in Air Bud.
Dude.
Don't do that.
Airbud is a whole different breed of movie, dude.
Oh my God. I have Persuasion by Jane Austen. This is the version that my friend Jordan got for me because she knew that the one that I had was a library copy that was really ugly, large print. I got it from a library sale. I just wanted the book.
I got City of Glass.
Nice. Okay.
Which this next prompt is probably a bad one to have it for, but okay. All right. I've got, let's see.
We got 229.
Okay, 229 it is because I've got 540.
Yup. 229. Generate. 57.
57. Okay.
57. Oh my God, I opened on 58. Have
Nice.
fun.
57.
I keep forgetting
Got
that my camera's over here, and I keep looking over here where you are, and I'm like,
Okay. Are you ready?
57.
The first character name is who you have to do the only one bed trope with.
First character name.
Yes. Oh,
Literally the second word. Mary.
I got Luke. That's not that bad.
Well,
I,
Mary.
Luke is better than Jace because he was the second name. I'll take Luke. I will
Well,
take Luke.
Mary. Mary, we're doing the only one bed. Okay, another book. I have Rumors, which is I think the second book in the Lux series. It's by Anna Godbersen. It is a historical fiction.
It's cute. Like it. Okay.
What do you
I
have?
have Lord of the Rings.
Nice. You know, I started listening to The Hobbit. I didn't tell you this. I forgot to tell you this. It's it's kind of hard to listen to if I'm being honest. I'm like, God, so many things are happening. I'm only a
Yeah, Lord.
chapter in.
Yeah, The Hobbit and Lord of the Rings aren't really books that you can really listen to.
I'm like, who
Just
the
because
fuck are
some
all
of
these
these.
people? There's so many
Yeah.
names.
Yeah. Okay. Ready?
How many pages do I have? You have more than I do.
I have
Um,
1,000 pages in this one.
yep. So 423,
423.
228. It's been a long
228.
time since I've read this book.
228. Um,
The beginning of a chapter for me. God damn, the words in this are so small. Why are they so small?
oh Lord.
Why do we have a whole inch of space? You know
I've
what
got
could
a
go there?
song.
Words. You know,
Got a
that's
song.
kind of what threw me off with listening to Lord of the Rings. Gandalf or
Yeah.
no, who was it? One of the dwarves was singing a song about cleaning, and it went on for a good 3 or 4 minutes. And I was like,
Yeah. The
please?
songs in the movies are really good though.
I was like, what are we doing?
All right. This makes it really interesting though. So find a random line of dialogue that would make the best dating advice.
Okay. I have no dialogue.
It doesn't
Wait,
have
I'm
to
on
be
the wrong
dialogue.
page. Hold on.
It doesn't
I
have to
was
be
on the
dialogue, just a
wrong.
random line.
I
I didn't
was
mean to
two
say
pages
dialogue.
off because I don't know how to read. All right. Whatever dialogue is on this, what? Yes, since now I have dialogue, whatever dialogue is on here that would be the best dating advice.
Yep. I don't have dialogue, so I'm gonna be using lines from this song.
Uh,
Uh,
this one. This one. Yes, yes. A gift from your greatest admirer. I thought you should have them now that you're going to the opera. Dating advice. Give your person gifts. Just give them gifts. Their love language is probably receiving gifts. Mine is. I like being given things.
I this song is about a mountain. There's not much. Uh,
Dating advice. Don't sing your girlfriend or boyfriend songs about mountains.
yeah, that's probably uh here's a line. He built a boat of timber felt, so build a boat, I guess. Build
Build a
a
boat for
boat for
your
your
woman
build a boat for your
or
lover.
man. A boat. All right, next book. Possession by Alana Johnson. I love this series. I think you
That
might enjoy this
the
series, if I'm
Maze
being
Runner.
honest with you. Oh, I have never seen that edition ever. Wow, fancy.
This was when the movie first came out. So it
Ah.
has pictures from the movie inside.
All
Okay.
right. I
Let's see.
have
How many pages do I have? I've got I've got 374.
374 it is. Mine is 400 and like 8, 9, something like that. I didn't get to the last page, but 151.
151.
The end of a chapter.
Okay. The last character is your coworker. Oh, I have Newt.
There's only one character on here, and his name is Thane. Not to answer
Thane.
Thane, the stupid thinker who still believed he could control me. I can't remember who that was. A bad guy. He's a bad guy.
Okay,
Yeah, checks
so
out.
yeah.
Not Not having a good time with my coworker.
I would be okay because I have Newt. He would be a great coworker up until the
He
end.
dies.
Yep. It's happened to me before, though. So, your book.
The Secret Circle, The Initiation, and the Captive, Part 1 by L.J. Smith. This was a good
Yeah, like
show.
Goblet of Fire.
Hell yeah. Random. You definitely have more pages than me, so
Yeah.
396 and dun dun dun. Jeanette. We're not doing the last page of the book. 39.
39. Oh, God. Okay. 39. Are you ready?
Yes.
The first two characters are your parents. I have Fred and George.
The
Oh,
main character,
dear.
Cassie, and her
Oh,
mom. Well,
I
it
have
wouldn't be the
Fred.
first book about schmincest that I have read.
I've got Fred and George. That would either be the best life possible, or I would be in for a world of hell.
That is also schmincest.
Yeah.
Ew.
Yeah.
Ew. It'd be like really messed up because it's like brother and brother. It'd be
Dude.
like fucked up friend.
Maybe I'm adopted.
Maybe. The Chronicles of Narnia. The Last Battle. There's a unicorn with blood. I haven't read this one. I don't intend to read this one. I got this on accident, from work.
I mean, I already told you what the end of it is.
Yeah.
So whether or not you paid attention to it is
Yes.
another thing.
Um,
Okay. I got Wicked King.
I have 211 pages.
You have more pages than or I have more pages than you.
Yes, I do. Or yes, you do. 162.
162. Oh, this is a bad book for this next prompt. 162.
This page. This page is literally almost all one fucking paragraph. This whole page.
Oh God. Okay, ready?
Yep.
The first character
Uh,
is your doctor. I'm fucked because my doctor is Matic.
well, you're gonna die.
Gonna die.
Uh, Tash? Tash.
Mm.
Who the fuck is Tash?
Oh,
I don't know. That's the only character on this page.
I don't remember his character. Hold on.
Well,
Let me look it up. I'm about to find it. Oh yeah, you got the demon.
uh, yeah, yeah,
That,
yeah.
that's the demon that humans get sacrificed to.
It would seem that we are both going to be victims of medical negligence.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh. Rapture by Lauren Kate.
All right, Chris.
You know, we need to watch the movie for the first book. I need to find it. I need to see how bad it is.
Yeah.
Follow it. Okay. Uh, you definitely have more pages than I do.
Yep. Yeah, 552.
Yep, I got 448. 448. 290.
290. All right. 290. 290, 290, 290. Too far. Oh God. Okay. The first character. No. What is my prompt? The second character is the character you have to survive a horror movie with. How are we doing? How are we faring?
I'm
I got
dying.
I, I got Chris.
You'd probably live.
Maybe. It depends on
You
how
might
long
get
she's been on
hurt,
Earth.
but you'd probably live.
There would be
Mine is
some
Cam,
injuries.
who is the bad fallen angel.
Oh. Well, I mean, okay,
Well, he'd probably scare off whatever was in the horror movie, but
yeah,
he'd
and
probably sacrifice me to it.
yeah, but or I mean, if you're on his side for the sake of survival, maybe you
I
might
mean,
survive.
I don't really believe in bringing Lucinda and Lucifer back together because fuck you, Lucifer.
Yeah, yeah.
But you know, if it keeps me alive, maybe,
I
maybe.
mean, if whatever the horror movie is, if it's like a poltergeist or something with like electronics, Cress would have it in the bag.
Yeah,
She would save us both.
we've been doing IRL phasmophobia.
Yeah, I'm
You know,
scared. That's a fate I'm not sure I want to have.
11 on Top by Janet Ivanovich.
All right, King's Cage.
Have you read King's Cage?
Yes, I forgot to
Okay.
put it on Goodreads, but I have read it, yes. I have yet to read War Storm though. No, I put King's Cage on Goodreads. I gave it a
Hmm.
4.
Hmm.
I haven't read War Storm yet though.
Hmm.
Okay. This,
Definitely has more than mine.
yeah,
Um,
this has 508.
yep,
500,
349. Let's see.
349.
Yeah, 56.
86. 86. 56.
Oh my God, I haven't read this since I was like 14, 15.
All right.
Yes, I was reading this at 14. I read, what was the first one I got? I think I got the 12th one first on accident at the dollar store, and I was like 13. And that was my first introduction into adult romance. Wait, no. No. A smutty book called More Than Fiends about demons and a cleaning service was my first introduction into adult romance. And it was
I think you
explicit.
told me about that.
It was a good damn book, friend. I did reread it as an adult. I found it on Kindle. It was good. Literally, I was
Okay.
like 13 years old, and she's like, "Oh my God, it's the size of a telephone pole." I was like, "What?" And my whole life was changed after that. Mom, don't watch this.
Oh,
Oh God.
okay. All right.
56.
All right. The first sentence of the fourth paragraph
Okay.
describes your love life.
1, 2, 3, 4. A man hurried through the front door and approached the counter.
Why does years or seconds pass? Sounds about right.
A man is coming to a counter, apparently. Not my man, currently. He's sleeping.
Yeah, well,
Well,
I got seconds and years ahead of me. It's okay.
is it totally out of character? No.
No.
Have The Outsiders by S.E. Hinton.
I got Unholy by Neil Shusterman.
Unholy. You have more pages than me.
I do.
Let's
The
see.
Outsiders is
I've
a really
got
short book.
170. 180. 180.
Yeah, I've got like
180.
400.
93.
93. 93, 93, 93, 93, 93. Haha, 93. Okay. Okay. Um, the shortest line is the last thing you say
Ever
ever.
before you die?
Yeah.
Okay, the shortest line.
Mine is thanks. Who says this?
Get out.
I'm trying to think of who says this. It's either
Well,
Starkey or Connor.
you're thanking someone for killing you, and I'm telling someone to get out before they kill me.
Yeah. Connor says this, so okay. So that means that if I'm in this world, Starkey kills me, which is about right. That's lore accurate.
In this, it was Pony Boy saying this. Maybe he's telling me to get out of the burning building that is currently happening, and then I die.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, you're Johnny in this situation then.
Yeah,
How's those full body burns treating you?
about as
Continue.
well as my bleach blonde hair. I have The Last Summer of You and Me by Anne Brashares. I love
I've
this
got
book.
Leah on the Offbeat from Becky Albert Holly, if
I
that's how you
have
say your
read
last
this
name.
book so many times. And I was reading it in middle school and can't see it. Friends of mine in one of my classes wrote in my book.
Yeah.
And I had a kid tell me that the longest word he knew, and I wrote it down, was flossinosin hilopilification. And I wrote that down.
Nice.
I still think about that word every once in a while. Flossinosin hilopilification.
Nice. What does it mean?
I don't remember. Let's find out.
Okay.
I
We'll
honestly
find
have no clue. Flossinosin hilopilification. That's I did spell it right, but when I said it, it put flossin and hilla pacification. Flossinosin hilopilification means the act or habit of describing or regarding something as unimportant, of having no value, or being worthless. Flossinosin
it. Okay.
hilopilification.
All right.
You're useless. You're unimportant.
I want to know who came up with that.
That flossinosin hilopilification man. You don't need that man. He's flossinosin hilopilification. He's unimportant. All right,
Can you
back to the
imagine
random
saying that to
generator.
someone?
Yeah, well, you're flossinosin hilopilification. Okay, how many pages do you
I've got, let's see, 339.
have? I got 306. We're close. 306. 176.
176.
I need to reread this book. I've read it probably 10 times. This is another smutty one. It's on the tame side, but 176.
Okay. The first line of dialogue is your villain catchphrase.
Why not?
Mine,
Why
mine
not be a
is
villain? Why not kill you? Why not?
why not? Um, Mine is I love how you're just sitting here giggling to yourself. I
And now you die.
mean, that would be an effective catchphrase, although it's a little wordy. It's a
A little
little long.
bit. Needs to be a little bit faster.
Yeah.
Why are you doing this? Why not?
Why not?
Why not? I do what I
Mine
want.
is mine is a very specific scenario.
Yeah. Like, who's just gonna be sitting there giggling to themselves as you're on the way to kill them? Like, what?
Right? Like, can you imagine someone just sitting there all stoic, walking in with a sword, just staring, ready to kill me? And I'm just like, oh, good to see you're here giggling to yourself. What?
Why aren't you taking my murder attempts seriously?
All right. Next book.
Next book. Haven by Christy Cook.
I got Plague by Michael Grant from the Gun series. It is book 4.
I have 401.
I've got 492.
285.
285. I'm at the start of a chapter.
What?
All right. Let's see what the prompt is. All right. The first name is the name of your new pet. What is the animal of said pet?
Okay, Aiden. Aiden sounds like a lizard name.
My Mine is a Delio. The first thing that came to my mind is a bird.
It's a cool
Couldn't tell you
bird
why though.
name.
Yeah. I don't know.
Aiden the
It's just
lizard.
Delio the bird. Nice. Good pet names.
I have my collection of Edgar Allan Poe works. This is literally like 1,200 pages.
I've got Mark of Athena from Heroes of Olympus. I have not read this yet, so hopefully I don't spoil myself.
How many pages you got?
How many pages do I got? I got I'm not gonna count the glossary. 572.
572. 250.
250. All right, Annabeth. 250. 50. Oh, it is an Annabeth chapter. All right, Annabeth, don't let me down, please.
Oh, this is a
Okay,
story that I have not read. Mystification.
nice. All right. Okay. The Hold on, I gotta mark that one off. Hello, thank you. All right. The last line describes your personality.
Where's the start of
Well,
this?
I know I had to I had to read backwards to find the start of my sentence.
This is gonna make no sense. We might have to pick another page. Um, Continually enveloped in and excuse me, in this context, continually enveloped in an atmosphere of whim, my friend appeared to live only for the severities of society, and not even his own household have for a moment associated other ideas than those of the rigid and august with the memory of the Baron Ritzner von Jung. We're gonna pick another page, because what the
Okay,
fuck?
you pick another page.
388. I'm going to 388.
Okay, mine kind of makes sense, so I'm gonna stick with mine. You find your new one. Mine says the praetor was too alone, too bitter, and betrayed to believe anything could go right for her ever again.
Wow.
You know what? With my dating life, it makes sense. With my dating history, yeah. Thank you, Annabeth, for the character assassination.
None of these make sense. Hold on. 391. This also doesn't make sense, but it makes more sense than all of the others. His face, greatly sunburnt, was more than half hidden by whisker and mustachio. My personality is that I'm sunburnt. What's up?
I've got Dead Beautiful by Yvonne Woon.
I've got Rot in Ruin by Jonathan Maybury. I
I
have
actually kind of like this book.
458 pages.
158. This is one of the books that was really nice, but the rest of the books were disappointing.
Yeah,
I have 455.
would you look at that? 307. I have not read this book.
307.
Also, this is the first time ever that I've seen a book where the page numbers aren't regularly on the bottom. They are diagonal on the
Hmm,
bottom, and then the top has it like weirdly diagonal.
interesting.
307.
All right. 307. All right. The first line of the third paragraph describes a first date that you go on.
One, two, three.
Oh God, what? Oh, please let there be a paragraph. Okay.
Tom's lip curled, but when he spoke, he sounded almost casual. Apparently, I got someone lip curling at me. That sounds like a great first date.
Mine says I I pushed my fork off the table with my elbow. So apparently I'm trying to get out. Which is really funny because the rest of this paragraph is the same thing. I pushed my fork off the table with my elbow, trying not to draw attention to myself. I crouched down to pick it up and crawled underneath the table, letting the tablecloth fall behind me like a curtain. So
That's a
I'm,
bad first date.
yeah,
That's a really
yeah,
bad first date.
yeah. At least that one made sense, though, for once.
I have Fiendish by Brené Yovanov. It's one of my favorite books.
Nice. Okay. All right. I have Trusty Sunbearer Trials by Aidan Thomas.
I
Okay.
have 341.
I've got three. No, 401.
198.
198. 190. Waha. Okay. All
This
right.
is the book that solidified that I really loved the name Clementine, and it
Mm,
is the reason I named my cat Clementine.
nice. Precious. Adorable.
My
All
booba.
right. Okay. And the prompt is the first good character. Their backstory is your villain origin story. Mine makes sense. I got Aurelio. Mine makes a lot of sense.
Mine is the main character, Clementine, who has special powers because in the town, there's 5 kids each generation that have a power for each like element, and
Hmm.
she is the one that ties it all together and like is like the catalyst to make all the powers go off. So when she was a child, she was magically put into a coma and tied up inside of a closet to a tree and left there for like 10 years.
Yeah, that's a valid villain origin story.
Yeah.
Yeah, Aurelio's, I don't want to say it's not that bad, but basically he is the son of the fire goddess. And he has a twin sister, and basically he is second best because he can't make fire by himself, and he has to rely on like these metal armband bracelet things that he wears. Um, and
God,
his mom doesn't
what
like
a
him,
loser. Can't even
right?
make fire.
And because he is in his twin sister's shadow all the time, he kind of stops being friends with Teo. But they get back together. They become friends again. And then the sequel comes out in September, and I get it for my birthday. And I'm so excited to read it because Aurelio and Teo are on the cover. And they're gonna fall in love. And they're gonna be together forever. They're gonna be boyfriends, and it's gonna be so nice. Thank you.
I have. Hush Hush by Becca Fitzpatrick. I love this damn book. I have the whole series. I literally have not read this since I was like 16.
It's one of those books that like you can't read it after you're a
Mm-mm,
teenager because
mm-mm.
then it's gonna suck.
It'll ruin it. I just
It'll
have to
ruin it.
remember it as it was. I have 391.
391. I have red, white, and royal blue.
Hell yeah, brother.
I've got over 400.
391 it is. 298.
298.
I might reread it just for the hell of it. Do you know how many terrible books I read? At least I know it's good.
Oh, I don't. Okay. All right. The prompt. The third character mentioned is your roommate.
Uh,
Um,
Mine is Dabria, who was an evil vampire. No, not vampire, evil fallen angel. Yeah, she's an evil fallen angel. So she's
I've
gonna leave shitty dishes everywhere and her clothes on the floor and try to stab me to death.
I oh, This is one of their emails, so I might have to go to the next page to find it. Yeah. Wow, y'all really talk about yourselves a lot. Uh,
That's a big part of the book.
Evnora. Okay. I can, I might survive with Nora. I don't want roommates anyway. But,
Yeah.
I mean, Nora would be better than yours.
At least she won't try to kill you.
All right, I got one more.
One more. All right.
Make it a good one.
I'm making it a good one. I got Clockwork Angel by Cassandra Clare. We don't like Cassandra Clare, but this series will always be her best. Always. I don't care what anybody says. I want no arguments. I accept no slander. None. I
I have
would
written
reread
down
this as an adult. So when you said, I'm gonna read that.
Breaking down.
Hey! But wait, where's he at? Jakey boy! When he still had long hair,
I wanted
Bella, where the hell have you
this
been,
last one.
Loca?
This last one is a it's a character prompt, so I wanted to
Uh-huh.
have as many characters as I could.
I like it.
All right.
I have 478.
Oh, 478 it is. I got like 800 pages here.
197.
197. Oh God. 197. All right. Okay. All right. You have to solve a murder with the first three characters. Are you solving it?
Okay. Charlotte, Tessa, and Sophie. Yes. Yes. Yes.
I've got Charlie, Jacob, and Bella. Charlie is the only one
No.
who has a frontal lobe.
And he would be very confused by everything going on.
Yeah.
He'd be like, why do y'all have so much tension going on? But he was a cop.
Yeah.
He was a cop. Um, would we get a little bit lost along the way? Yes, but
You'd get there eventually.
we'd get there eventually.
At least you have hope.
We have a
I
little bit of
don't.
hope.
You have a little bit of hope.
You have some hope from Charlie. Bella and Jacob are literally useless.
Yeah. Charlie and I would bond over the uselessness of the children.
Yes.
Me and Charlie would try.
You named my baby after
To
the,
the
or
Loch
you
Ness
nicknamed
Monster.
my baby after the Loch
To the
Ness
Loch Ness
Monster.
Monster.
You imprinted on my baby?
Rah.
Ah.
Okay, so I think the general consensus of this is don't leave your fate up to books.
Sometimes it's funny,
Because,
sometimes it's a bit sad. Bethany's gonna have to wait for years to find a man now.
yeah, or lady,
Or lady. Hey man,
or them,
yeah.
or they. I'll
Or
take a they too.
them. Someone.
A
But it's
someone.
gonna be when she's 47.
It's gonna be seconds or years. And then I'm
I
gonna
don't think
think
it's gonna be
someone as they
seconds.
kill me. Probably not. I'm gonna be thinking someone as they kill me.
I'm gonna be dying in a burning building.
I will probably be the one to die in the murder case.
And I'm gonna be locked in a closet for years upon years in a coma. And then come out and kill everybody, apparently.
Oh, and apparently my doctor is Matic, so I'm I'm dying there. So yeah,
Love
I just
it!
hope I just hope the injuries aren't too bad. I
Well,
think it's safe to say that we would not survive books
no,
as we are now.
no,
Some of these books we would not survive.
no.
At least not the books
We
we
don't
picked.
even we don't even need to debate that. We just wouldn't survive
Yeah, yeah.
at all. In
We're
any
not
book,
written by
really.
we're not written by young adult fiction authors.
Sarah J. Maas has not given me fancy powers,
Yeah. I
unfortunately,
don't have a knight in shining armor, so I don't have an elf
with
prince
wings.
coming to save me,
Or a
which is a
wolf
shame.
knight
Or a wolf knight. Yeah.
with a special appendage.
I listen, dude. But like, it's a good book. It's so pretty. I like the cover. It's one of the better covers, to be honest. I think it's one of my favorites because the other ones are very busy. But we can get into book covers again next time. But for now, that is all for this episode of Narrative Notions. I almost forgot the name of our podcast, but that's okay because we are forgetful sometimes, and it's okay. It's been a long day. We are on YouTube and Spotify, and we will catch you in the next episode. Thank you for joining us. Goodbye.